Hello and great welcome. This is a CMA's mock interview series, and today we have a CMA Taniya Mahajan for this mock interview. And let me introduce my team. So I have myself CMA Mahendra Saini, and I have with me CMA Suresh Podar sir and CMA Riddhima Agarwal ma'am. And today we have the Tanya Mahajan for this mock interview. So Tanya, good morning and welcome. So firstly, introduce yourself so that we can start your mock interview, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Taniya Mahajan. I have completed my senior secondary education from Silverline Prestige School, Ghaziabad. I have completed my graduation in BCom Honors from Trinity Institute of Professional Study, which is affiliated to IP University, Delhi. I have completed my cost management accountant in very first attempt. I am black belt in mixed martial arts. And currently, I have won gold medal in open district level. And currently, I was called by Cost Management Accountant, Institute of Cost Management Accountant, for motivation as a motivational speaker on Women's Day to motivate women on health related to health issues. Yep.
Okay, so Tanya, I can see your CV that you mentioned in the work experience that you work with the Tata Consultancy Services. So you were as an
Yes.
employee or you were as a trainee here in TCS?
So for 1 year, it was a training period, and for
Hmm.
2 years, 1.10 years for employment basis.
Okay, you were employment
Yeah.
basis. So in TCS, this is a BPO. You work in the BPO, right?
Yes, right.
You work in the BPO. So you align with the SLAs, right? SOPs, and this was a new clients for you, right? So you took the
Right.
KTs, right, from the client side, right? You manage all
Right.
the works here. Okay. So especially you took the training and the payment team,
On accounts receivable.
accounts receivable. Okay. You work in the with the AR. Okay. So you're the good experience. So Tanya, tell me one thing that how can CMA contribute to the growth of an organization? And you work in an organization, good organization. So what is your
Yes.
comment on this?
So as a CMA, we can contribute like in cost reduction, providing up to date, be up to date with accounts and their payments. The
Mhm.
payments made, that proper payment should be made to the vendor on terms and conditions compliant, and on receivable basis that vendor should, sorry, customer should pay payments on timely basis. For that, we need to address the customer on time to time basis when their time is very close to their credit period. So we need to address the customer that yes, your time is coming, and you need to pay the balance which is pending from your side. Further, in reducing the cost of the product.
But Tanya, you work in the BPO, right, in the TCS. So what is the
Yeah.
important role of a cost accountant? What important roles can be used in cost of the cost accountant in BPO?
So as I have worked in accounts receivable department, so I can say that we
Mm-hmm.
can address the customer that this address on receivable basis only, and
Mm-hmm.
we can address customer that yes, your time is very near towards the payment, so
Mm-hmm.
you need to clear out your payments. And even I was a part, I during this period I was a part of closing activity, which they called as a charge off, in which we need to dispose of those accounts which are not currently active, or some accounts which are bad debts. And as a CMA, to recover those bad debts, I can provide some type of schemes or cost related, so that bad debts can be recovered easily, or some kind of discounts provided by the company to that customer, so that some part of bad debts can be recovered. Not fully, but some part can be
Hmm.
recovered so that losses can be minimized.
Okay. So what is AP aging report? Have you ever worked on this? AP aging report?
No, sir.
What is TAT?
That is which is provided that we have to complete within this time period only. Like it can be say as SLA. We have
Mm-hmm.
provided there's a 1 hour SLA and we have to complete that activity within 1 hour. If 1 hour exceeded, then it will penalize by the client.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want that. That company will be penalized with that. So we have to complete it within 1 hour with
So have you ever,
100% accuracy.
yeah. So have you ever missed the TET? And if you miss the TET, what was the consequence for that?
Yeah, sometimes, but not every day. Like
Hmm.
when volume is too high, then it led to miss it at. But consequences are like it's 2 hours, then it's
Hmm.
fine. If exceed 2 hours, then it's not fine. And we doesn't exceed with 2 hours. Only one time it happens then when we exceed. But
Hmm.
client know the situation, what was the actual situation, because there is a 3 days off from the office, and
Okay.
client know very well that on the after 3 days volume will grow up. So there was no consequences we were faced by them. They were very uh, they were very motivational kind of persons. So they didn't penalize on anything on that day. But yes, we are able to cover it up in a single day.
What is
If
the full form of TET?
doesn't happen,
What is the full form of TET?
sorry, sir, currently I'm not able to recognize that.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Tanya. How are you?
Fine, sir. Great.
As you told earlier that you are engaged in accounts receivable, right?
Right.
So recently a new provision is inserted in Income Tax Act 1961, that is Section 43BH. Did you hear about it?
Sir, your voice.
Am I audible now?
Yeah,
So as you are working in accounts receivable in TCS, right?
right.
So did you aware about the newly inserted section in Income Tax Act 43BH?
So no, as it is based on US client only, so Indian tax not applicable on that client.
So can you tell me about contingent liability?
Contingent liabilities are those liabilities which occur on uncertainties in future, and it is recorded in note to accounts, but not in liability side of balance sheet. We can write as a note in note to account only.
How it affect to the balance sheet?
When it occurs, but currently it will not affect.
So what is deferred tax?
Deferred tax when deferred tax is two type. Deferred tax is of two types. One is deferred tax liability and other is deferred tax asset. Deferred tax asset arises when taxable profit is more than book profit, and deferred tax liability arises when taxable profit is less than book profit.
So as you are engaged in the US taxation, right?
Right.
So is there any transfer pricing provision applicable to it?
So it's only based on like it's a SL. There are three types of contract. One of them is SLG contract, which is based on US government only, and they have provided on concessional rates, and we have to go with that concessional rates. We can't use our own rates, and that concessional rates are based on their government policies only, and that's a confidential. We are not allowed to move in that situations.
Did you hear about DTAA?
Sorry, DT?
Double A. Double taxation avoidance.
Sir, okay. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me something about DTAA?
Double taxation is applied when we make purchase or sales from outside the country, so that we can be safe from both the taxes. Like we can't pay both the taxes from outside India and within the India taxes. To get discount on that basis, we apply for double taxation, so that taxation will be apply on one country only, not on both the countries. It's a concessional rate that will be provided.
Okay, Vidya, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi Tanya.
Hi.
So Tanya, are you aware about like order to cash cycle?
Order to cash, yes.
Yeah, can you briefly explain me that?
Yeah, order to cash is firstly we need organization make the order. After that order is places to supplier, supplier will send goods to the company, and after that goods matlab quality check will be there. After quality check, reconciliation of invoices are there. If there is any discrepancy in invoices, we need to send back to supplier to correct it out. And if there is no discrepancy, we need to send it to payment account. And after making the payment correctly, then we have to proceed for reconciliation.
Okay. So next question is like, what is cost center?
Cost center is an organizational unit in controlling area that represent location where cost occurs.
Can you give some examples of cost centers?
Cost centers are service cost center, administration cost center, utility cost center, production cost center, sales cost center.
Okay. Can you like give some examples of cost accounting techniques?
That techniques are marginal, budgetary control, and standard costing.
What is budgetary control?
Budgetary control is continuous comparison between actual cost with the budgetary cost, for which are responsible by executive department, and they need to follow the budgetary policy as per the organizational policy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sir, you can go ahead.
Okay. So, Tanya, you are familiar with SAP, right? You work in SAP,
Right. Yes.
right?
So I have a theoretical knowledge of that, but not hands-on on SAP. But yes, I have created a basic model for SAP FI.
Okay. So, which T code you use in SAP?
So it's an implementation,
Mm-hmm.
not end user, not as an
Okay.
end user.
Okay. You were
Implementation.
in implementation. Okay. Can you tell me what is the transfer pricing in costing?
Transfer. Transfer pricing is used when we need to transfer one product to another department, one
Okay.
basic product to other department.
Mm-hmm. How do you differentiate between forecasting and leads?
So forecasting is based on budget, and leases are we need to transfer to an other person to use as a right of assets. But forecasting is done by businesses only within the organization. Leases is uh, done between one person to another person. Forecasting involves whole team within the organization. It's an internal organization process. And leases is done between two persons, which is lesser or lessee. Lesser means to who is going to provide their asset to lessee.
Okay. I'm giving a situational question in GST, right? Firstly, tell me that what is the provision of e-waybill in GST? What is your understanding about this?
E-waybill arises when we need to deliver the goods and its limit cross 50,000, then e-waybill arises. We need to raise e-waybill in GST portal only.
Mhm.
We need to create a challan, and e-waybill will be processed by two parties. Firstly, the person who is delivering the goods, and second, the transporter who is going to take the good to another place. Until
So okay,
transporter,
okay. Who's
yeah,
responsibility to create the e-waybill bill, to generate the e-waybill? Is it supplier or the recipient?
supplier.
Okay. So suppose
Both
that
can generate, but supplier is the first party who can generate it.
okay. Suppose that supplier is unregistered person in GST. So can he generate the e-waybill?
No, then a recipient has to generate it.
The supplier cannot generate.
Supplier can generate on temporary basis.
Or suppose that recipient also unregistered,
Then supplier have to generate a temporary GST number, then have to go for e-waybill.
okay. Now I'm giving a situation question. This is a real case, right? Suppose that I purchase, right? I'm from Delhi, right? And I'm
Yes.
registered in Delhi in GST. Suppose that, and I'm purchasing some raw material from Gujarat, right? Right, and it's coming through the truck, right? A road truck. It's coming via the road, and when the truck entered in the Rajasthan, so it got accident, right? And the raw material is a the tiles, right? And when the truck accident, so the product is damaged. It's not usable because 70% the product is damaged, right? And I purchased this raw material of rupees 2 lakh from the Gujarat vendor. Right. Now it's damage, it's accident. Now the local person came there, right, and he's saying that, sir, it's totally damaged, and I also know that it's damaged. I cannot use this, but the local person saying that I can use in my home, right, at my home actually, right. But the price is fixed only rupees 30,000 because it's totally damaged. But that person can use that product, right? And he will take out this product at his home, but the distance is 200 kilometer from the accidental track location and his home location, right? It's a distance of 200 kilometer, and the price is 300 sorry 30,000. But I am not giving any type of bill to that persons. So my question is, so that person have to generate e-way bill. What is the remedies for regarding the e-waybill in this case? How will you handle, please?
So person will not person can generate e-waybill if he want, but there is not a statutory requirement that he have to generate as its product cost is less than 30,000.
Mhm.
So it's go with that whether he want to generate or not, but it's not required to generate it.
Okay. So, but uh, question is that if because this is a product, I'm suppose that it is that any if the GST department ask him in on the way, so and inspect his product, right? So from where you purchase, right? And how did you purchase, right? What is the GST bill? What is the bills, right? So what will be the answer for this case?
So he must have invoice with him.
Hmm.
Invoice should be generated in that case,
Hmm.
and he can show that invoice, and
Hmm.
its value is less than 50,000, so eBay will can't be generated.
But the original the raw material price is rupees 2 lakh, right? Original price is rupees 2 lakh, and eBay will generate it for that price, right? But it's damaged, so that's why that person, I mean, I sold out to the person's only rupees 30,000, right? But exact value, that original value is rupees 2 lakh for this product. Okay, and I, as a purchaser, how will that do the accounting entries for this product?
So for scrap product or original,
Both,
the
both,
product we
both. Because I do not have any product. Even that product already I sold out in the way. So how will I do accounting for this?
um, customer account debit to vendor to output GST. Oh, sorry, to sales to output GST, and yeah, to output integrated GST.
Okay, and which I purchased from the Gujarat. What will be the entry? Should I do any accounting entry for that?
Yeah, which we have purchased, that is
Hmm.
purchases account debit
Okay,
to input GST and to vendors. Oh, sorry, purchases account debit, input GST account debit to vendor account.
okay. So can I take the ITC for this purchase?
Yes, not for scrap one, but
Hmm.
what we have purchased and sold for that
Hmm.
one.
But the totally damaged and I sold as a scrap to the third persons. So still I can
But we
take the
can,
ITC?
no,
Hmm.
on scrap product, we can't take ITC on that.
Okay. My last question, what is GRN? Goods receipt note.
Goods receipt note is issued when we receive goods from suppliers, and its entry is made in our books as inventory
Mm-hmm.
account debit
Mm-hmm.
to GR account, and
Mm-hmm.
after that another entry is passed GR account debit to vendor account.
So who will do this entry of GRN? Which department is
Accounts
responsible?
department.
But you are saying that this is the acknowledgement of receive the goods. So account department, how will receive the goods?
So, but that invoice should be sent to accounts department, and they will do that. Production department can also do this entry.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Go ahead.
So Tanya, can you tell me about difference between tax evasion and avoidance?
Tax provision and
Tax evasion and tax avoidance.
tax revision is when we file tax, we can revise it if we find any error, or we think that there is an error or some entry has not been passed, some details have not been recorded, we can revise it. But avoidance is we can manipulating the text. We are not recording some details or some records, we are avoiding from that. It's a illegal way to avoid the text, and revision is a legal way. We can
Not
revise it.
revision, it's evasion. I'm asking about tax evasion.
Okay, tax evasion is done intentionally, and tax avoidance uh, is not right.
Let me give my company sold a factory on which we have earned a capital gain of rupees 2 crores. So we want your advice to save the tax. So what will you advise us?
So if it is a capital gain from selling, such capital gain arises through.
Factory, factory building,
So I'm not able
selling
to.
of capital gain arises from selling of factory building.
Okay, factory building. Okay. So it's selling from the property. So we can advise that you can purchase it within 3 years, so that you don't need to pay the tax, and the amount which we require to pay, sorry, which required to pay to purchase that building, we can deduct that amount. Within 3 years, we can claim that capital gain amount. If not claimed within 3 years, then it will be taxable. Then we have to pay tax. And I will definitely advise them to purchase within a 3 years.
In which section we will have to get deduction, exemption?
54.
Before. But 54 is for individual register only.
Oh.
And it's for residential house property, not for factory building.
54E, I think.
Okay. Suppose we have taken exemption under section 54D. So what it would be? It is tax planning or tax evasion?
So it's tax planning.
Planning. Okay. Do you know about MAT, minimum alternate tax?
Yeah, it's apply on companies, and tax rate is 15%.
And which form is filed for this?
Companies, LLP, not LLP. Companies can apply for this, but HUF cannot apply for this.
Which form will shall be filed by company for availing taxation as per MAT?
So can you please repeat?
Which form company should file?
Limited companies can file, which are registered under Companies Act 2013.
I'm asking about form number. Form number.
Form number. Currently, I'm not able to remember.
And what is section 115 BAC?
It's a BAC. It's a new section, a new taxation regime, which has been introduced by the government, which have certain rates, and starting from 3 lakhs, the person whose income is more than 3 lakhs, they need to file their returns. And it's 3 lakhs to 6 lakh, it's 5%. Then 6 lakhs to 8, or I think 10 lakhs, it's 10%. And after that, till 12 lakh is 15%. And after 12, it's 20% to 15.
Okay.
And
So
till 7 lakhs, we have a rebate till 25,000. So 7 lakh will get exempted from tax, but they have to file the tax.
So my last question is, which tax regime is best? Old tax regime or new tax regime?
So it depends, it depends if we are contributing in ATG, like we are taking more deductions in ATG, then it's old tax regime is best. If we are taking, if we are not taking any ATG exemptions, then new one is best. And till if we are getting salary till 7 lakhs, then new regime is best because we get exemption from the tax till 7 lakh.
Great. Okay, Ridhima ma'am.
Yeah, so yeah, Tanya, what is your like real strength and how will you use it in the organization? Like, what
My
is your
real
area of expertise?
my strength is I am hardworking. I am motivated towards what I am working. Even in organization, like I have explained earlier that some volume is arises, which is like 400 to 200, and I was able to crack that volume with my hard work and dedication towards that. My commitments are the most important strength of mine. Until I have complete that task, I can't switch to another work, or I can't close my laptop until I complete my work till that deadline.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sir. Do we need to like stretch or
Okay, so Tanya, that recently you become CMA, you clear your CMA, and earlier this you were as a student of CMA final, right? So what
Right.
change you can see in your life after becoming the CMA? Is it any change or as usual that you were earlier that one?
No, sir, it's like obviously it's a proud moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like it's cracking it in first attempt. My hard
Mm-hmm.
works pay off,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, my family is very happy with that, and everybody is proud on me. Yes, changes occurs. Earlier they used to say Tanya, and now they used to say CMA Taniya Mahajan. There is a huge difference in that.
Okay, so Tanya, you were doing job in TCS, right, while you were in the CMA final, right? And obviously you
Right.
manage your work and your study properly, right? That's why you become the
Yes.
CMA in the first
Yes.
attempt. So the last question that how do you manage your time and prioritize tasks effectively in your organization?
So, it's a big deal for me. Like, firstly, when I, like, first, when I want to give my third group, I have given third and fourth group with combined. So when I need to go with first group, third group, there is some problem arises. So I was not able to make in third group. I'm not able to give exams of third group. So
Mm-hmm.
I've decided on the same day that I will go for both the groups and
Mm-hmm.
take a sheet of paper and write down what I need to cover it and in how many months I need to cover it, how to manage my job. Like my job timings are 5:30 to 3 at
Mm-hmm.
night.
Mm-hmm.
This is a night shift.
Mm-hmm.
So, and next day in a very morning, I have a practice session of my martial arts and I have to proceed with that too. So what I used to do is, firstly, I wake at 7 and go for my practice. After coming back to from there, I start studying. From 12, I start
Mm-hmm.
studying.
Mm-hmm.
12 to 6 because I talked to my manager and manager said yes, you can log in to 6 p.m. If you require time, you can take break of 2 or 3 hours within your job
Mm-hmm.
duration. You can take 2 to 3 hour gaps for your preparation and go for the preparation. And till 6 I study with on constant basis. My consistency remains same till 6, and after 6 I log into laptop and start working on that. Within that, I get 2 hours break, like 1 hour for dinner and 1 hour I can study. So I utilize that whole time so that so I able to crack it right away with
Perfect.
the help of
So
time
yeah,
management.
perfect. So you will follow same strategy in your upcoming organization?
Yes, sir, definitely. But yes, there will be no stress of my studies now.
What
So
is your
I will
future
able
goal?
to manage.
Yeah, what is your future goal?
Future goal is firstly need to go for nationals and
Okay.
secondly, grow with the organization with continuous learning and upgrading myself and upgrading my skills.
Continue learning. So are you aware about Six Sigma?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
This is used to reduce the defects from the product,
Hmm.
and there are 6 different levels
Mm-hmm.
which used to contribute in Six Sigma, that are executive
Yeah.
level.
Okay. So you were in TCS. So have you ever used this Six Sigma, methodology in TCS?
No,
Automation, you didn't work. Lean idea, you didn't work in the TCS?
no, sir. And that
No.
they are already automated, so
Hmm.
these
Hmm.
are not valid in that case.
Okay, great. So thank you. Thank you so much, Tanya. Nice to meet you. Nice to talk you. If you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up this. Thank you.
Fine, sir.
Thank you.